Okay. This channel On to Something is a channel about my thoughts on life and philosophy. But in today's video, we're going to add a third category. Today, we're going to have a little bit of fun. And we're going to take a look at a popular children's song and think about some of the deeper meanings, implications, and a lesson I think we could all benefit from. Stick with me here. The song starts innocently enough with this duck walking up to the lemonade stand, greets the man, and asks if he has any grapes. The guy's pretty chill about it, and he says, "No, but I got some lemonade. Like, this is a lemonade stand. Can I get you a glass?" The duck says, "I'll pass," and leaves. Now, the duck comes back the next day and again asks for grapes, and the guy's voice and some of his mannerisms start to suggest that he's getting a little annoyed. No, like I said yesterday, we just sell lemonade, okay? Now I would note that the man's face is showing he's getting a little heated by this exchange. Take a look at the eyebrows. He's getting a little upset. We only sell lemonade. Why not give it a try? The duck says goodbye and leaves. At this point, the guy's like, surely this duck isn't gonna come back. I've seen the absolute last of this duck, right? He wouldn't be so lucky. The next day, sure enough, this duck walks up, and you can already tell this guy is not pleased to see this duck. The downturned lip, furrowed brow, all telltale markers of a person feeling some frustration. So when the duck again asks in the same sarcastic tone, "You got any grapes?" This guy's like, look, duck, this is getting old. All right, it says fresh lemonade on the stand. It's just me. I've been out. This is the third day. I've been telling you for 3 days straight that I only sell lemonade, not grapes. I have lemonade. You want to give it a go? Now, here's where this song starts to take a bit of a turn for me. Up until this point, you could reasonably infer that the duck's intent is pretty innocent. It just wants some grapes, right? But the fact that this duck says, "How about no?" in response to this question displays a bit of sarcasm, a bit of wit. And when you are capable of that, and you're capable of being smug, to me, you're no longer just being some well-meaning, innocent duck. Like, you're actively starting to troll this guy. At this point, I'm thinking this guy's feelings are pretty validated at being annoyed in the duck, and his reprieve would be short-lived. So the duck walks back up the next day, and as you can see, this guy is for sure upset to see this duck again. He is well and truly bent out of shape. Look at him. Disgruntled, peeved, bothered, agitated, miffed. So much so that he threatens physical violence on this duck. He says, "That's it. If you don't stay away, duck, I'll glue you to a tree and leave you there all day stuck." This guy has actively imagined doing this. Whether it's premeditated or a momentary thought of passion, this guy can see in his mind's eye himself gluing this duck to a tree. I would also point out that while he's talking angrily, in his imagination, he's got the most content, affable smile possible after having glued a duck to a tree. Notice the duck's facial expression. After being glued, it hasn't changed at all. Because in this guy's mind, he doesn't care how the duck feels. There's a complete lack of empathy. This man is driven by rage in this moment. He's pretty upset. The man says, "Don't get too close." And the duck responds with, "Adios," and leaves. The duck assesses the present situation, clearly sees that this man is irate, doesn't really respond or engage with that at all, and just walks away, casually so. Now, when the duck walks back up the next day, because of course he's going to, this guy is literally grinding his teeth at the sight of this duck. And the duck walks up and says, "Hey, got any glue?" He gets in this man's face asking him this. Knowing the duck is capable of sarcasm, it's easy to assume it's aware of social cues enough to understand how his words and actions are driving this man to physically assault him. He doesn't shy away from it. He's inviting it. What would cause this duck to act so brashly in the face of physical assault? Is this duck really that confident in his capabilities in close quarters combat that he, a duck of notable size now that I'm looking at it, is willing to taunt this man? If that wasn't bad enough, before this guy could even answer the question, the duck leans in and says, oh, also another question. You got any grapes? There is an open, blatant disregard for this guy's feelings. The duck is willfully antagonizing this guy and looking for an altercation at this point. Children's song, by the way. Being met with this emasculating, threatening moment, the man suffers a mental break. The lyrics are as follows. And the man just stopped. Then he started to smile. He started to laugh. He laughed for a while. Frozen to smiling to laughing to uncontrolled cackling. This guy has actually lost his mind. This duck has officially driven this man mad. When he finally speaks, he says, fine, let's go to the store. I'll get you some grapes. Basically, you win. Look at the smile he has on his face now in this delirious state. He abandons the lemonade stand, goes to the store with this duck. The duck goes into the store with the guy. They're in the store now and buys apparently $1.01 worth of grapes. Now, I looked it up, and apparently in 2010, the average retail price of seedless grapes was $2.87. So this guy gets about a third of a pound of grapes for this duck and goes outside. He gives the grape to the duck, who promptly says, no thanks. But you know what sounds good? It would make my day. Do you think this store has any lemonade? And then leaves. And just leaves. Now, I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and I don't think that's the message. I think the duck was actually trying to save the guy. Let's go over some objective truths made inarguable in this song. This man runs a lemonade stand. Not a kid, a man. I get that it probably is for rhyming purposes, but the writer could have easily said this kid stand or something like that. It's a deliberate choice to make the character an adult. So this grown adult man is running a lemonade stand in a park for multiple days straight, implying that this is this person's primary vocation in modern times. This lemonade stand is also duck walking distance to a grocery store, which has amenities like grapes and dog food. Certainly this store has lemonade too. How successful could this guy's lemonade stand really be? Imagine you're out in some park and you see a grown man running a lemonade stand and there's a Walgreens right there. You'd walk right past that guy's bowl haircut and go to the Walgreens. I would probably think the guy's a creeper. It's just not normal behavior. The duck last asks the guy, does he think the store has lemonade? Not if they can go back to his stand and get some lemonade. The answer to his question is yes. The store most likely has lemonade, which calls into question why the guy's a lemonade stand at all. Can he honestly compete with a whole grocery store who sells a packaged product from a trusted brand when he's just some guy making homemade lemonade that could be bleach or who knows what with no lid? Just an open container? Probably not. And here's how I think the duck was trying to save this guy. The duck is trying to tell this guy to know when to let a dream go, or to know when the approach to a dream should change. If he really was that passionate about lemonade, there are better ways to get into the lemonade business than setting up a wooden box in a park as a grown man. Take out a small business loan, create a brand, improve the quality of your drink, get it on shelves in the local store, reach out to public schools, fundraisers, recreational sports leagues, anything but just standing there idle in a park looking like a creeper. The tactics this guy used to make a buck when he was a kid simply do not work in modern society, and it's time to grow up. Do you think this store has any lemonade? Yes, obviously. So then why would anyone buy yours? I think this duck is actually the guy's subconscious telling him he needs to change. The duck talks. It talks. It wasn't afraid of being physically assaulted because it's not real. It's a figment of his imagination urging him to see the world for what it is. You don't believe me? Look at this. This guy is in a grocery store with another human being that's seemingly unfazed by the presence of a duck that's nearly as tall as the guy. If this world really had sentient ducks, then it would stand to reason that there'd be sentient dogs too. So I don't think there would be just bags of dog food being sold. The duck's asking for grapes, not duck food. My friend told me grapes aren't even great for ducks anyway. So the duck seems to have a taste for human food, so why wouldn't other animals? The duck's not real. The man is not taking effective action to achieve his dreams and pursue them. He's just idly standing by in a lemonade stand, just in a park, and not actually doing anything that will get him anywhere. I think the lesson out of this song is that it's okay to have a dream. But sometimes you need to know when your approach towards that dream is not necessarily efficient. Maybe there's a better way to go about it. I don't know. I think I'm on to something here. I get it. Like, this is just a fun deep dive. I think about stuff. I go way into the woods with a lot of things, and this is actually really fun to talk about and discuss. So, what do you think? Is there some hidden meaning behind the duck song, or am I just crazy in my own right for even going in like this? I'd love to hear what you think about it. But again, my name is Albert. This has been On to Something, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.